Episode 2 saw the first murder, first banishment, and another step closer to figuring out who the secret traitor, terrorizing everyone while donning a red cloak, actually is. We know the red traitor gave the green traitors a shortlist consisting of James, Nettie, and Maz. Their first victim was going to be an interesting pick because it could either set someone up or confuse the players. We also knew that it meant James, Nettie, and Maz are all faithfuls, and that it took 3 players off the list of possibilities for who the secret traitor could be. Reactions at breakfast were going to be key, though a lot of the times you can't really tell because everyone reacts differently. Things were slowly starting to look a bit sticky for Ross, and it started before everyone learnt who the traitor's first victim was. Why would Ross admit to everyone at breakfast that initially he planned to recognise Nettie but not say anything about them knowing each other? It wasn't the ideal thing to say, and a couple of people picked up on that, but it wasn't the only thing that started to make other players question if Ross was a traitor. Nettie ended up being the faithful picked for murder, and it was a choice that could easily lead to the banishment of Ross or even Judy, due to the fact Nettie started putting Judy's name out as a possible traitor. Regardless, the spotlight was firmly shining on Ross. I liked Ellie's confessional about Ross. He was under pressure and Ross was over-explaining things. His statement that he wouldn't kill Nettie if he was a traitor didn't help him. At this point, it was better if Ross didn't speak, as he was making himself look suspicious each time he did. The whole secret traitor mystery has got me looking at the footage shown in and around the castle. I had noticed the book title Who's Who 1934 and went into investigation mode, though it only lasted a minute. I didn't go into the collection of which Who's Who it could be referencing. The conclusion I settled on was that 1934 pointed to the Pantone colour system, which would give us Tibetan red, though that's not the shade of red that the secret traitor looks like they're wearing. Am I clutching at straws? Because sometimes they do show clues. I know I had Sam down as a possibility as the secret traitor, but the more I think about it, the less convinced I am of it. Either way, I think he's a dangerous player to both the traitors and the faithfuls. He could possibly whip up a group of votes to banish someone regardless if they were a faithful or a traitor. The more confessionals Fiona has, the more I'm becoming convinced the secret traitor is her. Let me list why. The possibility that the secret traitor is an older female due to the profiles of the other 3. It is part of the reason I thought Amanda was the one. Judy is being suspicious according to the other players, but I've not been convinced and I didn't put her on my list. Back to Fiona. She's Welsh. Would it be an addition of the Traitors UK without a traitor from Wales? It doesn't matter if they're picked, recruited or blackmailed. It's inevitable because according to Charlotte in season 3, they're so trustworthy. Though Hugo was born in Wales. Some of what Fiona has been saying in her confessionals also make me lean towards her, though I still have Amanda in my sights. The mission had an all or nothing element to it. They needed to pull 3 thrones along a course which would have a player sitting on it. There were stops where they could find bags of money, but there were also shield tokens amongst them. Find a shield token and they can swap with anyone sitting on a throne, and whoever was sitting on the throne at the end would win a shield. If they didn't get back to the castle before the 45 minutes was up, then they wouldn't win anything they collected. James, Ross and Sam volunteered to sit on the thrones at the start. The desperation in getting the shield meant no one was thinking practically. 3 youngish lads on the thrones, while some of the less strong and older players were pulling and pushing the thrones. Also, I don't think Ross was in danger of being murdered, as he was one of the suspects up for banishment. With a couple of shield tokens found and minutes to spare, they got back to the castle in time, banking £8,750 for the prize pot. Amanda, Faraz and Jade were the last players on the thrones and were protected from murder. In between the 2 episodes, I saw a couple of people speculate that Roxy and Judy might not be the only secret pre-existing relationship in the game. One even said they think all the players could have a pre-existing relationship. My first thought was, I hope it's not the case. I have previously spoken at great lengths about wanting at least one UK season without a pre-existing relationship, so all of them possibly having one would be too far for me. It doesn't help that they keep showing the picture that looks like all the players are on a family tree. Funny enough, while looking at that, Rachel said to Amanda that she thinks there's 2 pairs of secret relationships in the game. Amanda followed up by jokingly saying that one of the lads is her son. The picture keeps being shown and it doesn't seem that far-fetched. especially as Nettie and Ross knew each other, regardless if it had been over 10 years since they'd seen each other. The possibility of Amanda and Hugo knowing each other also came up, though that was later shot down at the round table. What if Amanda's actual partner is in the show? Or maybe Hugo's? A certain writer and former barrister might fit the bill. Going into the first round table, it looked like the votes would be between Judy and Ross. They weren't the only ones mentioned, so I didn't think it was going to be a landslide. Amanda's hesitancy to put the shield token in during the mission came into question by Jade, though Amanda refuted it. While it might have reasonably looked suspicious, Jade initially thinking Amanda was coming for her with the coin didn't necessarily come across as a good argument, and it kind of looked like it fell flat when it was actually mentioned. Despite thinking that it wouldn't be a landslide vote, it very much was. Most of the players voted for Judy, and she ended up being the first banished player. They failed to join the elite club of banishing a traitor at the first round table, as Judy revealed herself as a faithful. This means my dismissal of Judy being the secret traitor was correct. Judy's banishment might end up being a blessing in disguise for Roxy, as I don't think she was playing things particularly well. I think Roxy was veering too much into protect Judy mode, and it could have affected how she was being seen in the game and how she was playing it, though Roxy's plan to avenge her mother's banishment could end up clouding her judgment. One of the interesting things about this element with the secret traitor is that it puts the green traitors in the shoes of the faithfuls. Hugo, Rachel and Steven want to find out who the secret traitor is as much as the faithfuls want to find out who all the traitors are. It's like the faithfuls, the traitors and the viewers are all in the same boat, but the faithfuls are further in the dark than the rest of us. What we know is that the traitors think the secret traitor could possibly be either Ellie or Fiona. Ellie is an interesting name to throw out, but some of their observations of her could just be because she's a psychologist. The secret traitor is giving the other traitors the choice of murdering Ben, Reese or Maz. What has Maz done to the secret traitor to want him on the shortlist again? Has Maz gotten too close to unmasking their identity? Or is there another reason? Also, this is a very male heavy list. 2 men on the previous list and 3 on this one. Is this another clue pointing towards a woman being the secret traitor? People are also looking at the handwriting too. Things are starting to stack up. I think the secret traitor will be revealed before episode 6, but could it happen sooner than that? I think this because something will happen in episode 3, as there's usually some sort of cliffhanger to round off the week's batch of episodes. Plus there's some extra minutes added to the broadcast for episode 3. It could be anything from a traitor reveal to an unfinished vote at the round table. I guess we shall soon see.